Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and anybody who's non-binary out there. My name is Joe Biscuit Hat Serino, and I am joined here with a fellow brother who is not in PMA LCS. He's in our Overwatch League, and he will be color casting tonight. His name's Matt. Matt, say hello.
Hello. It's great to be here.
Oh yeah, we're having a real real exciting match this evening here. For all those viewers who don't know, we have a quadruple header here tonight. There we go. We have a quadruple header here tonight, starting off here with the codename Carries Next Door versus the Power Bottom Boys. We have the number 1 team here facing the number 2 team here, which makes for a very exciting match of the week here. Matt, what are you hoping to see here tonight in League of Legends? I know you're very familiar with Overwatch, and you're the stream director there for the PMA Overwatch League. So what are you looking forward here tonight, if anything?
Well, my personal favorite thing you see over in the PMA Overwatch League is chaos, and when the wrong result comes out of that. So hopefully we can see something strange and unusual tonight. That's always my favorite. I'm not well versed with how this league has been operating, but I'll imagine you and also the viewing crowd will have some kind of fun if shenanigans go down.
Oh, there's, between the multiple pauses we have per game and some of the pocket picks we have here in PMA LCS, it's always chaotic here, and I love it. That's why I keep coming back. That's why I keep casting here. But going off of the chaos here, it looks like we got our first subscription here by Matt himself. Matt, thank you so much for subscribing.
Yeah, just like the Overwatch League, also a Twitch affiliate. So you do get a free subscription with Twitch Prime every month. So if you are involved with Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, which is included with that, always something you can check out. We're currently working on our Champion Select draft here.
It looks like both teams are ready here. Caught me a little off guard, unfortunately, but it looks like here we have a couple interesting bands here coming in. We have the Aatrox Warwick band here for codename Carries Next Door, and the Vel'Koz Graves band here for the Power Bottom Boys. These are some pretty standard bands here. The Vel'Koz is one of Panic at the Top Hat's signature champions here in the mid lane, and could just lead to some chaos here in this game if Panic at the Top Hat got that pick. So we've seen him consistently get banned out here. The Graves ban is also very standard against Maye. Maye has a great Graves jungle here. And the Fizz we saw, I believe, last week, I don't know if it was with CND or not, but Fizz is a great pick. Surprised a few of the casters last week. So moving on, it looks like we have a Sivir pick here for CND. We've seen Adonville time and time again end games with 0 deaths here on Sivir. His team consistently plays the Sivir comp well. And it looks like the Power Bottom Boys here have picked Lucian and Brand. Lucian, and Brand as a flex pick here. Rob or Murphy can play him in the mid lane or support. I actually climbed out of silver playing Brand, so I love Brand. I love seeing Brand. Brand can lead to a lot of damage here and provide a lot to his team. So those are some great picks. But Matt, do you have anything with any of these champions? Anything you want to add?
I don't really have too much to add. I will admit I'm not much of a league expert here, so it's been a while since I've touched the game, so I recognize a few of the names, but I don't really remember what all of them are.
It's totally fine, man. Just chime in whenever you see anything interesting. Please do not hesitate to cut me off. But so just like the Graves pick I was talking about, we have the Olaf coming in here for Maye. You hate to see it. Maye has consistently dominated this summer split here, playing Olaf with the rest of the codename Carries Next Door, and it is just a disgusting disgusting comp that CND consistently runs here. I'm really surprised the Power Bottom Boys didn't ban him out here in the first round as they picked the Fizz instead, which makes sense. But, you know, they had to pick their poison, and they picked the Olaf poison, unfortunately, here. And going off of that, we have an Aurelia pick here for Rafal. Rafal, I know him personally. He's a brother in New Omicron, just like I am. And Rafal, we've seen him time and time again play very well in that top lane. But I don't believe we've seen him play Aurelia here. So it'll be interesting to see how he does on Aurelia. However, that could be also a flex pick, I guess. It could be a Aurelia mid, which I believe we've seen before. Oh God, I think we have somebody in the spectator lobby here. I have no idea who this guy is. Hopefully we can kick him or something. Yeah, I don't. Interesting. We'll figure that out. I believe he was the guy that joined our lobby before, actually. So moving on here, we have the Ornn pick here for Juice Me Daddy. Ornn is a great team-oriented pick here in this top lane, especially with his ults. However, Murphy can play him as support. We've seen that as well here in PMA LCS. And we have the Rumble ban coming out against Rafal. We've seen Rafal play Rumble and have some crazy, crazy alts here with that Arcane Comet kill in, I believe, week 2 or 3 of the top 10 plays. Or maybe that was a fail. I don't really remember. But we have the Lee Sin ban here against Labby. You know, Labby is a very avid Lee Sin player, as well as other AD junglers here. And so the Lee Sin ban, definitely not something out of the ordinary here for Labby. That is his comfort pick, and that is what he will play time and time again if he can. And the Rakan and Misfortune bans as well. You know, something interesting here are all the new champions we consistently get here in League. You know, and so noticing that both comps, we have a lot of either completely reworked champions or completely brand new champions here, like Rakan. Aatrox is getting a rework, I believe, or I don't think it already came out. Aurelia completely new, Ornn completely new here. So, yeah, gotta love the continuous change here in League of Legends. Unless you're an AD carry, I'm so sorry if you are, because that role is almost dead. But yeah, I mean, we're in for an interesting match here as we have the Trundle locked in. I believe it's going to be Trundle Jungle. We've seen the Power Bottom Boys run something like this. Then again, it could go in the top lane and be Ornn support, which we've also seen be pulled off by the Power Bottom Boys. But yeah, it's gonna be a great match here. We're waiting here for the Power Bottom Boys' last pick, I believe. Or no, I think we're waiting for CND. And it looks like Panic at the Top Hat here is going to lock in that Ahri. Not something out of the ordinary here. CND here, as of right now, has a pretty disgusting comp here with Panic at the Top Hat being on Ahri, Edanville on Sivir, Maie on Olaf. I mean, this is just a Protect the Sivir comp, which CND has executed time and time again. It's one of the reasons why they're doing so well in 9-1. They know how to play the comp, and they know exactly what's going on here. Update on the random person. He did kick him out, I believe. So
but nice job. Sneaky memer in there.
Yeah, I feel like we had that happen in one of our lobbies before. It was actually pretty hilarious. And he was actually streaming as well. So whoever was streaming from our account was streaming his thing. It was a good time. They were trolling each other. It was funny. But yeah, here. So back in Champion Select here, we have the Braum picked for Uramoose and the Orianna picked here for Rob. So, yeah, sorry about the timer, boys. I haven't been keeping track. That is definitely on my bad. But the Braum pick here for Euromoose, I don't think we've seen Euromoose play Braum here yet in the split. We got the R from the Power Bottom boys. Matt, are we ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Got to hit them with those R's. But it looks like we are ready here to get into real pick and ban here, as the client will load up here shortly. But Matt, do you think this game is going to be chaotic?
Well, as you said, it's the top two teams in the league. You never know what you're going to see. Could be something crazy, because I have a feeling that traditional stuff is only going to work for so long before someone decides to do something weird. It's how it is in just
Definitely.
about any competitive video game. You totally catch a team off guard. They're expecting the normal plays, the normal strats, and you do the complete opposite of that, and they're totally caught flat-footed, and you get some momentum going that way. So I'm hoping we'll see something like that.
Yeah, me too. I definitely, he definitely will here on the side of CND. CND plays this comp consistently where they basically focus on protecting a Donville while simultaneously having the tanks engage in fights to the point where they just just go right through the enemy team's front line. It's pretty disgusting. And like I said, one of the main enablers of this kind of comp is the Olaf. And, I'm just so surprised that the Power Bottom boys here didn't ban that in the first set of bans here. And so, or even pick it, honestly. Olaf's pretty, he's on the easier side of champions to play, especially in the jungle. And yeah, but as we get into real champions select, the Aurelia was locked for top, which is obvious because Panic at the Top Hat plays Ari, but just wanted to confirm that. Doing my own comp analysis here, I really do like what the Power Bottom boys here are trying to achieve. With the high damage support and the high damage jungler here, as well as the control mage. However, I don't think it'll be able to stop CND from snowballing the Sivir and Aurelia here. Braum is such a great support here when you have the Olaf who auto attacks a lot, the Sivir who auto attacks a lot, and the Aurelia who's really slippery and can land some stuns here. And so CND, I believe, I got to give it to them game one. I think they have the superior comp. And just, they have Panic at the Top Hat, like I said, on that Ari, and that Ari he's just so disgusting with it. He knows what he's doing, I gotta say. And so gotta give it to CND. Matt, who do you think is gonna win this match?
I don't want to call it before it happens. I just want to let the saying land itself.
Yeah, Matt, that is a great way to live, just in general. And we've definitely seen that. I don't remember what set of matches it was, but the one of the lower teams was able to exceed a lot of expectations and beat one of the top tier teams here this split. And I love seeing things like that. And Matt, if you don't mind, if we could get over to if you could pull up the client now, that'd be great. But yeah, we're in for a great time here in this first match. Can confirm the Ornn is for top lane and the Trundles for jungle here. As we're looking at oh boy, we want front trash. I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm really excited to see how Murphy performs on Brand. I don't really know how he does. I haven't seen him play Brand at all this split, so um, yeah, it's going to be great. So at this point in time, while we wait for the stream delay, comment hashtag CND or hashtag PBB for the Codename Creators Next Door to win, or for the Power Bottom Boys. I definitely also want to add that Juice Me Daddy here is the top lane sub for the Power Bottom Boys here. Not really sure why their top laner is not here, unfortunately, but hey, it's really nice that we're able to find subs and stuff and help out fellow bros. Definitely, doing.
Well, Frontlash says his computer exploded. So, my sincerest condolences. It is dead. It has bit the dust. It is no more. It is an X-computer.
Yeah, if we can get a Ripperoni Pepperoni here in the chat, I think that'd be great to show Frontlash our deepest condolences here.
Press F to pay respects.
There we go. You already got my F in there. Also, just wanted to make a quick little shout out to all the dads that are out here helping out, their youngins and doing the dad thing. I know there's some brothers here in the PMA LCS League, as probably I could assume as well in the Overwatch League, that have had children and definitely are doing the thing, doing the dad thing. Congratulations to all the dads out there. It is your Father's Day. It is your day today.
Is anyone here in the chat a second generation Symphonian? My dad is a Symphonian as well, so it's a bit of a double whammy here.
Oh, that's really cool. What did your dad also is your dad from the same chapter as you, or?
No, but it's from the same province. I'm from Alpha Sigma at Butler University. He was at Kappa Sigma, which is Valparaiso University. He was at one point he was actually president of the chapter. They're one of the only chapters in America that has a house, so they're a little bit special.
Oh, wow. Way. Yeah, going off of that, speaking of chapters that have houses here, in my province, Province 37, we also have like two, I believe, of the houses that like out of like the 8 total or whatever at Wesleyan, which is Alpha Lambda, and at Northwestern, which is Iota. They both have houses. It's really good. They take care of them. Actually, it's really nice to see that. But yeah. Oh, yikes. But yeah, that's got to be really cool to be a legacy in PMA. I think that, Matt, did your dad talk to you about joining Phi Mi Alpha, or did you just join it on your own and then find out later that he was a Symphonian?
Yeah, I joined on my own. The guys that I knew in Symphony at the time when I was a freshman, they seemed like cool guys, so I joined. And I remember that my dad was in a fraternity in college. I just didn't remember which one until I went back home and then I saw the paddle that he had hanging in his closet, which was his pledge paddle from way back when. And it has it's got the same Symphonia crest on it. That hasn't changed since at least since his paddle, which is from the early 70s. So it's a cool thing.
Yeah, that's got to be cool. Definitely have to be an interesting family dynamic now.
Yeah, my dad is now my brother, so that's a thing.
Yeah, yeah, I guess your dad is your brother here. Man, that is really cool. Wow. I think we had a couple legacies at New Omicron, but only one I could for sure think of, and he definitely told his son um, about Symphonia, and that's why he joined. Which, hey, that's cool too. That's funny that you guys ended up rushing the same fraternity um, without even knowing. Wow.
Yeah, I should probably include the game audio into the stream. I'd
Yeah,
imagine the audience might appreciate that. So.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're 20 seconds in the game, so good thing you caught it now than as opposed to later. But as we get in this game here, it looks like Maye is running Predator on his Olaf. We know that coming in here is, we know why he picked Olaf, and we know what he's going to do with it. It's Power Bottom boys here. They really need to get the Lucian and Brand ahead in the early game here to slow down Codename Curious Next Door's win condition of, or not win condition, but just to slow down their team fight so that they can't just blatantly or blindly run right into, the Power Bottom boys and just kill them all. So if Brand can get ahead, if Lucian can get ahead and just, out pump damage, that's definitely what they're going to need to do to at least survive this game. But other than that, we have standard runes here on everybody. Rafal's going to be caught out by Rob here, take some early damage. But yeah, standard to start here. Really, I apologize, Matt. There is no crazy start here in this match for you, or a pause, actually. You really lucked out. So.
Well, I'm just glad everything's going relatively smoothly.
Oh, yeah. Matt, we really appreciate you streaming tonight for us. Like I said, we do have that, quadruple header going on that started just now. So, I know I can speak for all of us when we say thank you for streaming.
Well, I enjoy casting like this, and I'm more than happy to help you guys out.
My man, my brother. It looks like we have a little bit of a gank here in this mid lane. Panic at the top hat is going to have to flash over the wall here and get out. You really, that is such a bad start for Panic at the top hat. They know that he's going to be able to get ahead here, as Ari is one of the champions he mains and plays consistently here in PMA LCS. So getting that flash down on him is hopefully going to give Rob the edge here in this mid lane for the next 5 minutes. As both junglers are trying to fight for the Scuttlecraft, who is going to get it? I am not sure. Maye had the level 3 advantage on him on Labby here, and so he was able to get that away. And Rafal actually joined him in there as well, so they really secured that Scuttle. Matt, I don't know if you know this, but with the recent patches in League, Scuttlecraft is actually one of the most important things to get in the game now. Outside of Dragon and Baron, it's like worth like 100 gold. It's just disgusting. It looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a jungler skirmish here between Maye and Labby. Rafal is so low. He really should both of CND's teammates really back off what they are now. They are just gonna disengage here, and Rafal is unfortunately gonna miss the stun. But yeah, pretty standard start here in PMA LCS. Matt, can I ask you a question about the state of the game?
Go ahead. I might not have a reasonable answer for you, though.
That's totally fine. As somebody who hasn't played the game in a long time, how abnormal does the game look or seem since you've played it last?
Well, I last played this game about 2 years ago, and visually speaking, the client is a little bit different, but like everything else is about the same.
Okay.
Some of the champions.
Oh no, your moose here is going to be caught out here as Lucian and Brand both blow the flash. Maie is here and he's looking for somebody here as Maie flashes on top of Murphy, but he's going to go down as well. That is not a good call here. Fudgy Ditters here is going to blow the flash here. Which causes Adonville actually to flash away as he is desperately low. Like I said, Power Bottom Boys knows what their win conditions are. They need to get that Brandon Lucian ahead here, and they're going to do it. It is not. First 5 minutes of the game are not looking good here for CND. But yeah, you know, I was really curious actually, you know, what you thought was going on here in the game since you haven't played it in a while.
I mean, the basic mechanics are still the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's just new champions with new metas and same things. It's interesting because this is such a... The nature of this game or similar games is not drastic change, even over a long time. It's more of a casual type of game they want a lot of people to be able to be involved with. So, changes are gradual and subtle.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the game has actually changed the most in the most recent 2 years. They added different types of dragons. Like I said, they had those scuttle crab changes. We've seen actual lanes being completely buffed or changed to accommodate where the game was going, as we saw with mid. Top, I believe, AD carry now just got kind of really messed up here, which is really unfortunate, as well as the jungle. You know, like jungle is very interesting. The clears have completely changed over the past 2 years. I believe when you were playing, Matt, the camps still had, like, blue and red still had their like little minion boys, which they got rid of a while ago. But yeah. It looks like Panic at the Top Hat and Maie here are going to rotate bot here. They really want to get some kills here on Murphy, and Murphy is going to be charmed and stunned and goes down as the exhaust comes out here right on top of Fudgy Ditters. Uramoose here is going to tank. He knows that Fudgy Ditters has to go down here, and that is a successful four-man gank here, but it's not looking good in this top lane for Rafal. Rafal is so low on health as he is not tanky yet. Playing as Aurelia really doesn't really get tanky until an item or two. But that's going to be a free drag here for CND. That was a very well executed play and rotation from CND. They were able to basically out-rotate their opponents. And oh my god, Rafal is so low here. Juice Me Daddy here is looking for him. He is hungry. He's going to tower dive him. He's going to flash, and Rafal is actually going to... Oh my god, Rafal is going to ult, but it's not enough. Juice Me Daddy's able to take him down. If Juice Me Daddy was under the tower for about 2 more seconds, he would have been killed. Donville here is going to be caught out here in this mid lane as Rob is going to ult, and Trundle is going to land a pillar right on top of him, forcing him to stay there. And the flash, or the heals, excuse me, is not enough as Donville goes down. Just as I say that CND is doing some really good rotational things. You know, the Power Bottom Boys here are able to answer those rotations here with some rotations of their own. And with that being said here, with Adonville being dead, it looks like bot lane here is going to get some pressure here on that bot lane tower. There's been some changes to how first tower works, Matt, and basically whoever team gets the first tower down, they get a little bit extra gold, but it doesn't go to the entire team. It just goes to the members who get that tower down, I believe. So getting first tower here is really important.
It always is. Those towers really can change the balance of these games.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's how games are won here. Rafal is going to be caught out here a little bit, as Just Me Daddy is going to try to use his ult here, but it's not going to be enough to kill Rafal. Rafal's in a little bit of a tight spot with his flash being down, and Panic at the top hat in the mid lane is also going to blow his flash here, as Rob is able just to land a lot of his Qs and just really outpoke him here. CND really needs to slow this game down if they just so that it doesn't snowball out of control against them.
Rafal narrowly avoided that same situation at the tower against the same guy, against Just Me Daddy. Just barely got out of that one alive this time.
Yeah, and speaking of Rafal here, it looks like Rafal and Maya are trying to put something here in this river. They are pretty far away, and it looks like the Trundle pillar is going to land. That was actually a pretty good Trundle pillar for Labby. But yeah, the Aurelia here, kind of hard to play just because she's so squishy, especially against a champion like Ornn, who gets pretty tanky pretty fast. So positioning is, it's all about positioning here, as Panic at the top hat's here, and he's going to look for Murphy here as Murphy goes down with the Sivir. Oh my God, the TP from Juice Me Daddy here. Donville goes down to the Brittle here as Yuramoose is knocked up. Yuramoose might be dead here as Juice Me Daddy here is charmed and exhausted under tower, but Juice Me Daddy might go down as he does to Panic at the top hat here. That's a pretty, I want to say it's a good gank from both sides here, as it was a 2-for-2. But that was such a great TP from Juice Me Daddy. Holy cow. Both teams here are really rotating super well. And Maya also had a flash out of a Orianna ult in the mid lane, so his flash is down. But wow, it's starting. Matt, I hope it's starting to get pretty chaotic for you here, because there is just so much going on in this map in every lane, and so hopefully we can see something pretty spicy soon.
So a lot of things going on at once. That's one of the greatest parts about this game. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I feel like that could be said for Overwatch as well. I try watching some professional Overwatch, and I just literally don't know what's going on. It's just, there's just so much going on consistently, especially because I feel like it's a first-person shooter. Those kinds of games I feel like are just consistently kind of hectic. But yeah.
And in a game like this, there's constant action and very little downtime.
Yeah, Yuramoose here might be caught out as the Blaze proc here isn't going to kill him, but pretty close. It looks like Aurelia is going to actually TP to bot here, trying to catch somebody out, but Panic at the top hat here is getting not one-shotted, but half-shotted basically here against Rob. Rob is getting pretty ahead here. However, Panic at the top has 3 kills. I don't understand how Rob is doing more damage than him. And it looks like Rafal is actually going to ult Rob, but Rob lands a 4-man Orianna ult. Holy cow. And that almost kills Ari as she is caught under tower, but she's probably going to be able to get away here. But wow, that was really well executed on the side of CND. So they have some really good team communication here. Holy moly. Looks like Rafal is going to try to stop Juice Me Daddy from taking the top tower here, but he is so low. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. The Ornn is going to ult here, and Rafal is going to actually get hit by it, and he's just going to go down. He was so low. Again, that Aurelia is not tanky, and I don't know if he should have went down like that for that. But, like I said, first tower is pretty big here now, as the Power Bottom boys get it from Juice Me Daddy. So that's going to create that 2,000 gold lead that we said. They have a couple more kills, and now that first tower just widens that gold lead a little bit. So it looks like Panic at the top hat here is looking for Rob in the mid lane, but won't be enough here as Rob was able to wave clear Panic at the Top Hat's minions, but the assistance pingers are coming out here for the Power Bottom Boys. They want to look something in this Dragon Pit as it's a 2v3 right now, but nothing will happen. And I believe the Power Bottom Boys can get this uncontested, but Maya and Juice Me Daddy are coming down here for this dragon. There's definitely going to be a dragon fight here, and this could ultimately create the foundation of the rest of the game. It looks like we're gonna have some vision clear coming from both sides here. Uramoose is gonna walk a little too close to Juice Me Daddy as some CC might be landed right onto him, but it's not gonna be enough as the rest of Juice Me Daddy's team wasn't there. However, CND is hungry. They are looking for something. They are looking for this RE charm, and we have a pause. It looks like Frank needs to answer a call. I don't know what that means. I hope Frank's okay, and I hope the call isn't serious. Or, I mean, hope it's nothing bad. But, Matt, how does your first PMA LCS pause feel?
Oh, it feels a lot like all my PMA OWL pauses, where there's a thing that has happened and it is out of our control. Usually over there, someone's internet just poops itself, so we have to wait for them to restart the router or their computer or something.
Yeah, we typically have that as well, which sucks, but you can never really get around it here. Even my internet gets pretty bad even when I'm just casting, and so that's why I can't stream. But chat, please, ask questions. Don't be hesitate to post your opinions about the game or anything like that. We, like I said, it's, CND here is at this 2K gold deficit, and it's just not, they're in a bit of a pickle here as most of their kills are on Frank. And so Frank is going to be needed for these team fights, basically, because he has all the gold. We have a question here from OPTSM fan. What do you think about Olive Garden, Matt?
For what it is, I like Olive Garden. It's you can't treat it as like a fancy restaurant, but for the price point, it's a decent chain. Plus, they have unlimited breadsticks, so I think that's why, in accordance with the wise words of Bo Burnham, a great musician and an artist and a comedian, who said we should not have world hunger because Olive Garden has unlimited breadsticks. So,
yeah, gotta agree with you on that. I really like your viewpoint of not treating it as a fancy restaurant, because it is definitely a good bang for your buck, as they say.
it's not. I wouldn't call it authentic Italian food necessarily, but it is delicious for the price point, especially. So,
yeah, I mean, my inner, as you were saying that, my inner Italian heritage cringed a little bit, because I didn't know where you were going, but thank you for not calling it authentic Italian food. Me and the rest of my people really appreciate that, because
authentic restaurants are a little hard to come by, and especially if it's a national chain, it's probably not authentic. I wouldn't call Taco Bell authentic, or I probably wouldn't even call it Mexican necessarily. But there's a few other chains like Qdoba. I wouldn't call Mexican, or Chipotle. PF Chang's I wouldn't necessarily call authentic Chinese. But it is what it is, and you just my idea here is that if you like it and you can afford it, go there and enjoy it. Otherwise, shut up. Although there is a fruitful discussion in the chat now whether a hot dog is a sandwich. What is your opinion on that?
It's interesting. I remember having this conversation with a friend Oh, my phone just died, so I won't be able to look at Twitch chat anymore. But you know, I don't want to say it's a sandwich because it's in between two pieces of bread, because that can mean a lot of things are a sandwich. But I gotta say, I think it could be a sandwich. It's very, you know, I think it falls into the gray area of what we call sandwiches. You know, man, what do you think? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I have a lot of mixed feelings about this whole line of questioning, because emotionally I refuse to believe that a hot dog is a sandwich, and people come up with arguments that I can't necessarily refute just because they go in their favor. But emotionally, I believe that a hot dog is not a sandwich. The argument that if you put anything between pieces of bread that it's a sandwich is kind of garbage, because I can put a mattress on the north and south sides of my house. Does that mean I made a house sandwich, or am I just being an idiot and putting bread on my house? So that's not a good argument, especially since a hot dog bun is usually only one piece of bread, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been known to use just plain bread instead of buns when I run out. And you don't use two pieces of bread; you use one, because that's a lot of bread.
Yeah.
So
So I'll take that as a no. You don't believe hot dog is a sandwich.
you're correct.
Um, in Twitch chat. Give a hashtag hot dog if you think hot dog is a sandwich, and give a hashtag sad or something, you know, remotely close to that here. If you don't believe hot dogs aren't sandwiches, you know, especially being a person from the Chicagoland area here and having had Chicago style hot dogs, I think calling a hot dog a sandwich is,
It's kind of
you
an
know,
offense to hot dogs.
yeah, yeah. I think, you know, I think a hot dog is its own thing.
It's superior to the sandwich.
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
different.
disgrace it by calling it one.
But Matt, the real question is a burger a sandwich?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
I would venture to say as such. Like the traditional sandwich format, it makes a lot more sense with a
Where
hamburger,
where it's like,
because you got stuff between two pieces of bread. If you're going to use that argument, um, the bun is just two pieces of bread with extra crust on it, and you've got a hunk of meat and cheese and vegetables sandwiched between two pieces. It's in the word sandwiched. It's sandwiched between bread.
mm-hmm. um, yeah, and I think the idea here is you have bread on top, you have something in the middle, and then you have bread on the bottom, and you eat it, you know, top down basically, or I guess it would be top up. Um, and it looks like here, if you know, I like I said, I hope Frank's okay. As he's in an important phone call right now. Unfortunately, after how we do pauses here in PMA LCS is after the first 15 minutes of pause time, each team is allotted 15 minutes. And after one team uses those 15 minutes, the other team can pick what happens for the next 15 minutes if they want to use their pause time as well. So it looks like I don't know if the Power Bottom boys here are going to use their pause time. And make it a 4v. Hello?
Okay. A hot dog's not a sandwich.
What's up, my bug?
A burger is a sandwich, and a burrito is not a sandwich.
Who thinks burritos are sandwiches?
It's a wrap, clearly.
It's
I
oh
mean,
wait,
it's a burrito.
I don't I wait, who is there people in Twitch chat that thinks of burritos are
No,
sandwiches?
no.
Oh, okay.
So Kevin says if a burger is a sandwich, then so is a burrito, and I disagree. A burger is a type of sandwich, but it's called a burger because of the type of meat. It is still a sandwich. Unless
If
you're just saying sandwich is only deli meat, then we can talk about the semantics.
Yikes. Quick pause on the semantics, just so I can explain what will happen here in 4 minutes. Or, God, I can't do math right now. I think it's
About
6 minutes.
Sure.
When we hit the 15-minute mark here, the game will be unpaused, and it'll be a 4v5 unless Frank's able to play while being on the phone. Just because that is probably what will happen here with Power Bottom Boys. Again, I hope Frank's okay, and I hope everything's going fine there. But
It's probably a work phone call.
Yuramu said it was a family phone call.
Ooh.
Yeah, so hope he's okay. Mung, do you play tonight?
Yeah, we play in 10 minutes.
Oh, that's going to be a good game to watch.
That's over on PMA SGN, and there's another game an hour from now-ish on PMA LOL, and then a game immediately following this one. By the way, whoever did these graphics of the PBB and CNCND, who are you?
That was me. Those are just fonts that I found online. One of them's like a Tron-based font, and that's the one for CNCND. And then the one on the left is the one for PBB is like a Star Trek kind of font. So one thing when I started getting into streaming to spice things up a bit, I just went online and found some free fonts. And they're very easy to install. You just click on the files after you download them.
Oh man, I'm gonna talk to you about doing this for Popo's pecking order. Okay, Kevin, that's fair. Deli meat, that's fine. I have a request for Joe. Please go charge your phone like a civilized human as to participate in the Twitch chat.
We
That was
are
for you, Biscuit Hat.
there is a discussion started from Jingo PMA. He is asking the top 5 things to take with you during a zombie outbreak.
Matt, you can take this one.
No, I'm kidding. I have no idea.
Clearly, I would want some kind of firearm. Because as we all know, the only way to kill a zombie is to decapitate it, destroy the brain, as such. So I would need some sort of firearm, something with good firepower to it, of course. I'm not much of a gun nut, so I wouldn't necessarily know what would be the best gun for that. Also, I would like some kind of sharp blade, a machete, or a sword, or something.
Yeah, I think melee weapons are definitely better. I agree with Front Lash because they don't run out of ammo.
And we're back in the game.
All right, see you later, guys.
Bye, Memo, and good luck on your game. Looks like Frank has something going on here, and there is a possibility that he will either need to leave the game later altogether or pause again. So stay tuned. But it looks like here both teams are kind of consolidating here in this mid lane. Looking again for this dragon fight. They're just waiting for somebody to be caught out here in a death bush. I don't know if that's the right call here. I think. Panic at the top hat. Frank is actually he might get caught out here. Actually, he won't. The Brand Son is going to miss here, and the Power Bottom Boys are just going to go for this dragon. They're making a ballsy move here as the Ornalt's going to come in and land onto Frank. It looks like Brand is going to go down for the dragon here. Still a pretty good trade here, in my opinion. A lot of flashes being blown here. Uramus is so low, but it looks like he might be able to get away as he flashed, and it looks like Trundle now, Labby here, is stunned and has taken a lot of damage here. So the Power Bottom Boys here aren't going to be able to fight CND here, and they have the priority in the mid lane. Again, like I said, I think that's a pretty okay trade to start off here. Brand for an Ocean Drake. It might not be your most favorite Drake here, but Brand is the support, and while he should be pumping out damage, trading him for objectives is definitely, you know, not the worst thing that could happen here in the game of League of Legends.
CNCND has been slowly closing that gold deficit as well. They've cut it in half.
Yeah, good point, Matt. I think, you know, they were able to get a kill. Like I said, they killed the Brand, and so that was able to close the gap a little bit. It looks like if we look at the CS differentials here, It looks like Maye it has a 30 CS lead on a Trundle, which could also lead to that gold gap closing. Oh, it looks like we have another pause again here. But so the 5 things, Matt, did you go through all 5 things that you're going to bring?
No, I only got through 2. So a gun,
Ooh,
and a sharp melee weapon. For our purposes, let's just say that bullets come with the gun. That I don't want to be pedantic about it. I would like to have some kind of water filtration system.
okay.
You can never count on city utilities or local water sources to be clean, especially in the event of human bodies rising from the dead, decaying flesh everywhere. So, I would want a cast iron skillet so I could cook with it or use it as a blunt melee weapon.
Okay.
Well, that's 4. And the 5th, let's say a vehicle, like something big and sturdy, like a big truck or a bus or something. Something with some speed, some horsepower to it that I can deck out as a zombie-proof fortress.
Yeah, I think a truck would be better in that scenario, just because you have the ability to like put things on your truck bed and like move things around.
You never know when you might have to mount a 50 caliber machine gun in the back of your truck.
Exactly.
You could cut the zombies in half that way, physically.
Oh God. And then what's the 5th thing you bring?
That was the 5th thing, the vehicle.
Wow, I can't count. Thank God I'm not an accounting major. Am I right, boys?
That's right. We're all musicians. I can only count to 4.
Sometimes 6 and sometimes 8, right?
I had to count to 12 once. It was awful.
Oh God. Must have left that concert with a headache or something.
That compound quadruple meter there, all you theory nerds.
Looks like the Power Bottom boys here are gonna unpause in 40 seconds. Really unfortunate situation here for Codename Carries Next Door. I'm so sorry for you, Frank. But it is what it is. Those are the rules, and okay, we have a little bit of some stuff going down in the chat, and like I said, I'm so sorry, Frank. I don't think anybody in the lobby, in the game or streaming has made the rules, and I just it's not my decision to make. Like I said, Frank, I really hope everything's okay, dude.
Well, the chat's not talking about Frank at all. They're talking about my choice of zombie weapons. They're really not liking the fact that I wanted to bring a sharp object, but we're going back to playing now.
Ooh, they don't like the fact that you want to bring a sharp object, or?
Yeah, they think it's better to have a blunt object than a sharp object. I did pick one, but I'd like to have both.
Variety is the spice of life, I guess, or death or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, having both, and hey, you could cook on one of them. Like, it's all about functionality. Like killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Can't skin a deer with the baseball bat.
Yep. You can't cook a skillet on a frying pan. And it looks like Fudgy Ditters is going to be cut out here as, oh my God, Rafal and Panic at the Top Hat go over the wall to get a double kill onto Panic at the Top Hat. Like I said, he has so many kills on his team. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. As Panic at the Top Hat's going to probably get caught out here as the Ornalt lands right on top of him. Braum Uramus is going to ult here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Double Oriana's ult here lands on both members here, but I think Lavi's going to be caught out, and yes, he does go down to Braum here as Maya is looking for Juice Me Daddy. That was not worth it for the Power Bottom boys. That was the fight that CND needed here to to put themselves back on the map and back in the game here. They are now looking to probably get this mid lane tower here, as that was I think 1 for 4, I believe. Juice Me Daddy is so low, he might go down here or maybe not actually. The Lucian damage here is enough to kill Yermoose. However, he did have his shield up, and that's saved the members behind him, and they will get that mid lane tower, really closing in on that gold gap, like you said, Matt.
It's almost equal here. That team fight that really fell in CNCND's favor really can close that kind of gap. They also have the advantage of the kill count here as well now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, you know, we like we said earlier, I think you know, Brand is 2 and 4, Lucian's 2 and 2. It's not really looking, you know, the Power Bottom boys here aren't really able to get a lot of kills on that Brand, and they're not. It's really hurting them, I believe, especially in these team fights. You know, if Brand ults and if he had 2 more kills, it would be a little bit more deadlier, and it would penetrate through more magic resist, CND's magic resist here, and it's just, I don't know if it's going to be enough. You know, I think if I was the Power Bottom boys, I would definitely have Juice Me Daddy split pushing in another lane. He is so tanky. He is 3-1-3. You know, he has the ability here to really put on some side lane pressure. As Panic at the Top Hat here is going to go right on to Fudgy Jitters. Fudgy Jitters is going to go down here to Panic at the Top Hat here. You know, I think Lucian, yeah, he was definitely caught out here. You know, he saw both Yermoose and Panic at the Top Hat, and he thought he could get out, but he unfortunately could not.
He tried to hide in the grass for a hot second, but I think they saw him go in. It was only logical to where he would be. And that little bit of time that he wasted trying to stand still and hide.
Oh no! Murphy just instantly goes down as we see the Predator Olaf all right on top of him and use Righteous Glory here. That you know, Matt, that is what you should expect to see for the rest of the game now, as that is the comp CND plays, and it is just awful to play against. I would hate myself if I was playing as the Power Bottom boys, especially as a squishier champion. Oh, Juice Me Daddy here is really, really looking for a Donville, as Donville tries to ult away and is actually going to have to flash as well, and he will definitely be able to get away here. But yeah, expect a lot more engages like that, Matt, where yeah, just a lot of running in and just instantly killing the Brand or Lucian here. It looks like CND here is going to try to collapse right onto Juice Me Daddy and Labby here, as Labby's trying to desperately take this blue buff. I don't know if it'll be worth it here, as Juice Me Daddy is not going to be stunned. He thought he was going to be, but he's able to use the brush away. Maye is actually going to ult onto Labby here and try to catch him out. I don't know if he'll get it or not, as directed camera is taking me to Juice Me Daddy as he goes down to Panic at the Top Hat. That is Frank's 8th kill here on the Ahri, and that is just, he's going to be able to pump out so much damage here. And that actually is going to be a Baron. CND saw the Dragon notification here, and they know that the Power Bottom boys here don't have one of their stronger players here on their team, and they're just going to probably take this for free. I'd be surprised here. Lucian's going to ult in, try to get some damage on the tanks here. Labby might be caught out because he's going in pretty deep. Rafal is trying to get something onto Rob, but he's going to miss as well, and they're going to actually have to stop the Baron. Baron is definitely now a risky call. Panic at the Top Hat here is looking for a ward. He's trying to get somebody and bait them so that he could hop over the wall, but it will not work this time like it did the last time. Yeah, and it looks like, Matt, that the gold lead has actually swung the other way now, and it's 2K in the favor of CND.
It certainly has. The kill count also being a little bit more lopsided for them this time.
Yeah, you know, we don't, you know, in League of Legends, the game isn't about kills. It's rather just about getting the Nexus. And, you know, I got to say, if you have more kills and more gold, it's definitely easier to push down that nexus and win team fights. So it'll be interesting to see how the Codename Carries next door are able to, hopefully keep this lead and not lose it against the Power Bottom Boys. Just looking at some build stuff here, it looks like everybody's building pretty standard here. Rafal is building a little bit more damage oriented because he's the Aurelia, but it looks like he's going to start to get tanky here with the Sterex component. I don't know if he's building right into Sterex as I don't play top, and I'm not really affiliated with that item, but Juice Me Daddy here is going to try to catch out Panic at the Top Hat here, but Uramoose is here, and the charm actually lands onto Labby here as Labby is down to half health. Holy cow, that is a tank, y'all. Panic at the Top Hat here is pumping out some major damage here as Juice Me Daddy is getting a little aggressive. He's looking for Uramoose as Uramoose gets stunned, but the ult lands onto Rafal and Panic at the Top Hat here. Uramoose here doing his job as support is going to block Lucian's ult here and negate a lot of damage. Juice Me Daddy's on the other side of the wall here, and it's not looking good, but actually Rafal goes down here. Again, he's not that tanky, folks. He can't really be a front line yet as he doesn't have any tank items as of right now. And that's going to be a team fight that Power Bottom Boys actually win.
Juice Me Daddy's capable of putting out so much damage. I just saw players melting at his hands.
Yeah, I mean, Ornn is definitely a champion who, as he gets tankier, he does some more damage just because he's able to withstand some of that damage because he's a tank. But yeah, I mean, Juice Me Daddy's been landing some really good ultimates here. And that is a Baron for the Power Bottom Boys. It's not looking good here for CND, but Adonville, oh, so close, was trying to catch that brand out. I don't think we should all lose hope yet for CND. They've come back from worse positions, and hopefully, as the game goes on, Rafal is able to tank up. I think that's really what CND needs right now. They need a tank because that Ornn is just building. He's built Sunfire Cape, Iceborne Gauntlet, the Ninja Tabbies, and now he's building Magic Resist to counter Frank here, or Panic at the Top Hat. I'm so sorry. And so, yeah, CND just needs some tankiness, and I think they'll be able to win these team fights. Looking at the team comps too, I don't really know who has the better late game here. I want to say the Power Bottom Boys actually do with the brand picked support, but I could be wrong. They do have the Ornn though as well, which allows to have, have upgraded items, one for each member here, and CND will not have that. So I guess technically the late game advantage goes to the Power Bottom Boys, but I'm not sure here because the Olaf, and like I said, if Rafal gets tankier, could be just disgusting here as they get some more items. So I'm not really sure who will win it in the late game. It all comes down to how they team fight and how they pick each other off. As it looks like the Power Bottom Boys are going to siege this mid tower. That puts the number of towers at even here for both teams at 3. So all the tier 1 towers are down. No one lane has a priority against the other one, but the Power Bottom Boys here are split pushing in the top and bot lane. That is going to put a lot of pressure on CND to do something here, to either stop the split push or to team fight in the mid lane here. And they need to do something. They can't just let the Power Bottom Boys here just push for free, as Frank is actually going to go in on Juice Me Daddy. He's pumping out some damage. He's dodging a lot of Juice Me Daddy CC here as he is 1v1ing him. But it looks like CND is going to take this fight in the mid lane here. And Fudgy Jitters is going to go down to Rafal as the ult comes in. And that is so clutch. What a great ult from Rafal, as that is a double kill for him. And can Panic at the Top Hat get Juice Me Daddy? Yes, he can. Juice Me Daddy also goes down. The CND is still in this game. Holy crap.
That was a lot that happened all at once in different parts of the map.
Yeah, it's one thing to to win a team fight, but it's another thing to consistently win across the map. You know, Frank played that so well. Juice Me Daddy got a little too aggressive there and just died to tower shots, which is really unfortunate. It looks like Maye and Yurmus are going to take this drag here, evening the number of drags we have. You know, this game is so even. I mean, both teams have 2 dragons, which are pretty similar. You know, 1 ocean drake and a cloud drake versus 2 ocean drakes. The number of towers are roughly the same. The gold lead is only 300 gold, and the number of kills are, the kill differential here is 3. I mean, if we look at CS, you know, if there is somebody who has a CS advantage, there's somebody else on the other team who has a CS advantage that makes up for that, as we see in the top lane and jungle. Basically, if you add those both CSs up, they equal the same. They're about, I don't know, almost 400 on both sides, closer to 350, quick maths. So, yeah, I think the gold lead is just coming from Fudgy Jitters being 40 CS ahead, but it looks like Lucian is going to ult right into Yuramus's shield. Yuramus has been using that Braum shield so well, as Panic at the top hat is hungry, and he's looking for somebody, but he might be caught out here as he is dangerously low. No, it looks like Murphy's going to go down here on that Brand. Rob goes down as well, as that's a double kill for Olaf here, as well as the Lucian goes down, and that is just yikes. It looks like a Donville here is going to have to help Rafal out to kill Juice Me Daddy, as Juice Me Daddy goes down to Rafal. You know, we've seen a Donville time and time again play really well on the Sivir here, and unfortunately he has 3 deaths. He does have 14 assists. He is doing his job as a Sivir AD carry. He's providing utility to his team, and that is a 3 for 4 for the codename Carries Next Door.
These deaths are starting to really add up for Power Bottom Boys. The spawn times are lethal at this point.
Yeah, you know, these spawn times definitely will cost towers and can cost other major objectives here. It looks like Labby's going to force a Donville to flash. Really good walk, you know, free flash for just walking right into him. Definitely can't go wrong there. A Donville is going to be, you know, if a Donville is mispositioned, you know, he only has that spell shield to kind of negate some CC, but it might be in a rough spot here. If I was on the Power Bottom Boys, I would try to fight or force a fight here, knowing that Donville splashes down. But yeah, you know, the game is definitely getting pretty chaotic here as we enter 40 kills-ish. We're at, like, I think 38, I believe. In 30 minutes, that's over a kill a minute. That's pretty nuts in League of Legends, especially for, you know, 2 coordinated teams here. You know, and like I said, it's still pretty dead even. The gold lead now is swung to, you know, CND, but it doesn't really matter. It's only like 900, 800, I believe. So it's not really enough to give CND the advantage. But they are looking for this death bush. Panic at the top hat is looking for somebody to charm here, as he will get the blue buff here. He needs that mana regen, but Yurmus being a little protective of his team, you know, just shielding when he needs to shield. He's just doing so well. You know, it's just, you know, this is definitely a nail biter. This is why this game was voted for Game of the Week. We have 2 really good teams here trying to fight for first place here. You know, and if the Power Bottom Boys are able to 2-0 CND, they will get that first place spot. So this game is definitely a determinant of the PMA LCS summer split. It looks like here the Power Bottom Boys are going to go towards Baron here. They want to make CND make an aggressive play here, force a fight. They believe they could probably win the team fight here, as Maye is looking. He desperately is trying to find somebody as he lands the axe throw onto 5 people, but it's just not enough to start a fight. Juice Me Daddy might be caught out here. Oh, Panic at the top hat is going to find Rob and ignite him. Holy cow, the damage. Rob is going to go down to Panic at the top hat, but Fudgy Jitters is going to flash right onto Panic at the top hat here, but Murphy's going to be caught out here as he just gets CC trained up the wall. Goodbye, Murphy. Juice Me Daddy is so well. Now he's so low. He was super tanky, and everybody on CND is so low here. It's really. I don't know if this is a worth play here. Rafal is definitely going to lose his Guardian Angel proc here. You really don't want to waste that. But hey, CND was able to just wipe almost. The Power Bottom Boys, and it's not really looking good for them. They might lose this first place spot here if they lose this game. As they're losing this mid tower, Fall is looking for Labby, but he won't be able to fight him as CND is going to disengage. If I was CND, I would go and just go straight to Baron and get the Baron here. They really need that Baron to help push in some other lanes here. And Baron is just a great thing to have. Personally, just, like I say, League is about knocking down towers and knocking down the Nexus, and Baron is definitely, the objective. You need to do that. So, but yeah, that gold lead now is increased to about 6K here for the Power Bottom, or for the codename carries next door. It's looking pretty good here for them. They're able to get this lead in gold, especially. I mean, this is the pivotal moment for it. It could be an item or two here lead, depending on, which lane has what. And that, is definitely not a bad thing to have here as we enter fights that, are for Elder, for Baron here, as the Power Bottom Boys are starting this Elder fight. Elder, again, is something great to have here, and the Power Bottom Boys definitely need it to win these team fights. They're not able to pump out the damage as they hopefully wanted to. Maya is looking for somebody to catch out here. Rafal is going to land a 4-man ult here, disarming 4 members of the Power Bottom Boys. Rob is going to have to blow his stopwatch here, but Fudgy Jitters is going to have to go down. That's going to be a double kill for Rafal, as Olaf also takes the brand here. Labby, again, the only one alive. He's going to be able to get out. Hopefully, I don't know. Rafal here is looking for Labby as he gets pinned against the wall. What a great freaking pillar there from Labby. Holy cow. His pillar game is on point, but it's not enough here. That's a 12 kill lead here for the codename carries next door. And this might be the game here, as 4 members are dead here from the Power Bottom Boys. Labby won't be able to hold it, and that is the Nexus Boys. GG, WP. Game 1 goes to CND.
Well, what an event that was. They, a steamroll at the end if I ever saw one.
Yeah, CND was able to put off some good team fights, and yeah.
Their coordination during those team fights was on point. They were able to strike quickly and efficiently and deal out all the damage.
Yeah, so as we enter this post-game little talk here, which should just, be really brief because we have another match going on at 10 o'clock here. Matt, I know you're not really familiar with League, but do you think there was anybody specifically that really stood out to you? Any champion or playing? You see the score lines here. Frank had 12 kills out of the 29. Rafal had 8. And Maya had 7. Is there anybody you believe that should be awarded MVP?
I can't really. I would probably say Panic at the top had, just because the raw damage that he was able to put out was impressive. And the kill count reflects that. He had 12. No one else had double digits at all. He had twice as many as the kill leader on the other team. The amount of damage he was putting out was just unreal.
Yeah, definitely. I think I got to go with Rafal. As somebody said in the chat, he had some really good ults here, which I believe should also be rewarded here. As I believe it was Guy Fury who said that. I'm not sure. I mean, he was able to land some 3-man, 4-man ults, as well as the Ornn here. We had some really good ults just by everybody.
and I am making a straw poll for all you viewers in the Twitch chat. You could vote for your own MVP choice here.
Oh, I am so sorry, Matt. Thank you so much for doing that. Completely forgot.
It's not a big deal. I was briefed beforehand on how that all works, so I decided to have that at the ready.
Sorry, it wasn't Guy Fieri, y'all. I just can't read. It was somebody else. Who's? Oh, it was Frontlash. Frontlash said that that kind of Aurelia should be rewarded, so I got to give it to him. But we should do the skin reveal real quick because we are at 23 people right now. Do you mind, Matt, pulling the people currently viewing?
How do I do that?
Oh, let me see. Oh, I can pull it up right here. So I'm going to do that actually. If you're currently viewing, you are going to be entered into a random. I gotta pull up Excel. A random mystery skin because it is the game of the week, and we appreciate everybody who watches. So thank you guys so much. That person, the winner of that will be announced in the beginning of game 2 here because we have to end the VOD. Frontlash, I am so sorry. Please forgive me, Senpai. All right. I am Joe Biscuit Hat Serino, joined by Matt from the PMA Overwatch League. Good night, and we will see you here in just a few moments.